Hey, Upper Cervical Chiropractic of Georgia family, this is Dr. Tedder here. I apologize, number one, for the lighting. I dropped my phone and all of a sudden now the lighting on the camera is not so good. But I still wanted to make a video for you guys this week and go over a topic that we go over, gosh, hundreds of times a week. We also go over in our orientation class. By the way, we have a new patient orientation class next week in Hamilton Mill that I would like to invite you to, and as well as your friends and family who are interested in learning about chiropractic care, upper cervical chiropractic. But what I wanted to do is take a few minutes here and explain to you a question that we go over all the time, and that is, how does upper cervical misalignments, or how does your structure, how does your posture, how does it affect the body to the point where it creates a symptom, or what we call a secondary condition, such as a headache or high blood pressure or pain? Like, how does that happen? And so I'm going to draw a picture that we use in our orientation class to explain that, and hopefully it will make more sense to you that, in essence, the upper cervical chiropractic care, number one, isn't designed to cure anything. No doctor, pill, potion, or lotion has cured anybody of anything. But what it's designed to do is take your body and increase the ability to adapt to its environment, at the same time increase the body's ability to function better. So health is really about function, how well you're functioning, not necessarily how you feel, because you can definitely feel not so good and be extremely healthy, and you can also feel extremely healthy and be very, 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 very sick. So how the body works is this. I'm going to give you a really, really easy explanation of what takes place. So we all know, if you're a patient in the office, that you've got a brain, right? And a portion of the brain called the brain stem is what God put in your body. I don't know if that's really that good to see here. Let me see if I can make this better for you guys. But that brain stem right there is what controls the body. It's the relay system of the body. It's the computer of the body. And how it works is that it's got 76 trillion nerves that pass through that brain stem and back up into the brain every single day, every single second, every single portion of the day. Your body's communicating. Your body's communicating with the brain. The brain's communicating with the body. So for our story today, what I want to kind of go through is just the heart. We'll go through the heart because it's the most easiest for people to understand. So say the brain's got a nerve that goes to the heart, and that nerve, its job is to communicate for the heart to communicate with the brain and tell the brain what's going on, and for the brain to then relay the information back to help the heart out to function better. So if I was to take a pair of scissors and cut the nerve to the heart, what happens to your heart? Well, it dies. So if that heart dies, it goes away, and we can either put a new one in or we pass on. But imagine if the top bone of your neck, the atlas, imagine if the atlas came out of alignment and it pinched that nerve, it squeezed that nerve, it shut down, really is what happens. I'm saying it just shuts down the communication by 50%. What's going to happen over time to the heart? It's going to build itself sick. Your heart constantly rebuilds itself. So over time, if the communication's not there, the heart's going to lose its ability to function at 100%. So maybe now it's functioning at 50%, and over time it's going to start building itself sick, and we might develop something secondarily to that called high blood pressure. And if we have high blood pressure and we go to the doctor and we take our medicines, and let's say that blood pressure is 200 over 100, no good, we take our blood pressure pills, what happens? It lowers the blood pressure to 120 over 80. My question I'd like to get across to you, though, is this, is that the blood pressure is at 120 over 80, but we still have damage to the nerve and damage to the heart. Even though your blood pressure is healthy, is your body still functioning at less than it should be? The answer is yes. And if that's the case, are you still having heart problems even though your number is normal? Yes. So what an upper cervical doctor's position is, what our job is not to cure the heart. Our job is not to fix blood pressure. Our job is to remove this interference here, get the body to talk to or get the brain to talk to the body and the body to talk to the brain at 100%, so that your body over time that built itself sick can then begin to build itself back to a better function. And whatever that function is, I don't know. It just depends on how much damage is there, how long the problem's been there, and how much time we have left. But the body's always going to do what it needs to do to try to make itself better. So the job of our offices is to remove the interference, get the structure back, get the neural integrity back, and get your health back through the brain and body communication. That's what we do. And it's as simple as that. So instead of going to the symptom, we're going to go to the cause. If the cause is bad nerves and bad structure, we're going to correct that. If it's something other than that, we're going to address it at that point in time. So I hope this makes sense to you, because a lot of times people come to us and say, hey, I have a headache, I need to be adjusted. And that's extremely dangerous, because headaches can come from a multitude of different things, not just from misalignment. So if the doctor just puts you on the table and cracks your neck, then you can really start to create some more damage up here than is possible. So make sure that when you come in the office that you help the doctor understand what's going on. We're analytically analyzing your body. A headache could be there because you didn't eat that good that day. It could be there because the barometric pressures are changing. But if we scan the neck and we look at your posture and everything's near perfect and you're in alignment, then if we were to make an adjustment to the spine, we'd literally knock you out of alignment and we would create this problem, and that wouldn't be good. So again, I hope this helps. We answer this question 100 times a day, it seems like, but I wanted to send a video just to reiterate into the to the family what's happening and what we do. Look for a part 2, because I'd like to also piggyback this with another video in which we are going to talk about once we remove this damage, how the body heals.